a look at big little books. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and we're going to look at these small sized books that were made for juveniles and teenagers during the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. First big little book started in 1932, and they were published by Whitman, Southfield, Dell, other publishers. They were basically all covered the same kind of format. They were 3 by 3.5 inches in size, big, thick, pulpy pages, and they were subjects of all the famous movies and radio shows and books of the era. Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon, Tarzan, and many, many others. And the interesting thing about all of the big little books is that as you open them up and you go through them, they have a artwork illustration on each facing page. So here's the pages. Every other page has an illustration, and some of them are really cool. Some of them are very well done. You have Dick Tracy and all of the famous characters. Green Hornet, the Shadow, Spy Smasher. So you have all of these were illustrated on the facing page in each book. And the only different one is this one, Tarzan, from 1967. This is Adele, and then this one in the Tarzan, the illustrations are in color. And they're really nice. They're heavily illustrated books for young boys and young girls, for children. And good stories to read. And they're collectible. And they're well loved today by many fans. And you see, there's one of the Buck Rogers, the Phantom, Flash Gordon, Tearing the Pirates, Don Winslow of the Navy, another Flash Gordon, and so I wanted to show those, but these are ones that I've recently purchased. And then I'm going to go through my little area over here of big little books, which we're going to see if nothing falls out. Look at that, nothing's going to fall. Okay. And let's see what's in here. Okay, so I'm going to take these out because there's all kinds of stuff. And we have the Shadow, Flash Gordon, Green Hornet. These out of the way.
Well, why don't you just take them all out and then show them to us?
Because there's a lot of the different ones behind. They're hard to get to. More Buck Rogers. I like the Buck Rogers science fiction, The Shadow. And then more Flash Gordon. More Flash Gordon. And some of the newer ones. This is the first time I've been in this shelf for a couple of years. And to show you what's in here. Tarzan's, Flash Gordon. And, okay. So now we're going to pull out the ones from the back. Get a look at Rex Beach, John Brew, Ellery Queen, Tarzan the Untamed, Another Tarzan. So these I'm going to put on the side here. We have to look through these to see if I have dupes. Some of these may be duplicates. And you get an idea of all the variety and the different kinds of little big books that were available. Smiling Jack, a lot of westerns, Western heroes. Move these down a little bit. Let's start with a row. So if we just get a view of them. These are more, some of these are more modern ones. Well, this is a Buck Rogers. This is a Tarzan. This is a duplicate. So I know that. Space Ghost from the TV show, which I liked. Dick Tracy. The Road to Perdition. Road to Perdition is an interesting book because this came out as a dime novel during the movie, the Max Allan Collins movie. And in the movie, the kid is shown reading a dime novel. I mean, little big book. But the thing is that there's an anachronism because the movie takes place in 1931, and the Little Big Books didn't start until 1932. But it's this was a modern version of the Little Big Book made for the movie. And it's pretty cool. Another Dick Tracy. Edition, Gang Mall. Some of these, this is a kind of a little odd item, Haunted Treasure Island. It's not really a Little Big Book. I think it's a British magazine, a little British paperback. You got McCoy. You got Radio Patrol. And the last two, G-Gun Montana and Gangbusters. So there's a look at big little books. These are the ones that I have, that I collect. I like the certain series. I like The Shadow, and
it's a weird way to show them to us. I don't know what you're doing over here.
I like the Tarzans and different series. So just thought I'd take a look at some of the cool big little books that are not that common these days. And hope you enjoyed this look and this unshelving. Now I gotta reshelve them and figure out which ones, where I'm gonna put them, which ones are dupes. But I see that the Tarzan that I showed you, that is a dupe, so I have two of those. So, but the other ones, I don't think so. I have to look through those too. So I'll be looking through those, and I hope you enjoyed this look at big little books. They're really cool. I love the Buck Rogers, the Flash Gordon science fiction, the Tarzans, the Shadow. There's the Green Hornet, and there's a lot of them that I don't have because there's probably quite a few hundred of these westerns and movie tie-ins, which I don't collect. The ones that I collect really are more inspired by pulp and pulp adventure kind of subjects, which I like, heroic adventure and stuff. But there's some aviation, which I also like, some weird Lost Land, Rex Beach, some westerns, and Dick Tracy, Ellery Queen. There's a few others that are it's interesting stuff, and they're nice. They're very delicate. These books, they're very delicate. The pages are pulp paper, and the edges of the covers get very brittle. They get bent. So it's very hard to find these in really nice condition. But you're trying to kind of get what you can when you can find it. That's some of these, because they're not that common anymore, or especially in really nice condition. But they're interesting and they're fun to collect. And these are just ones I picked up over many years. Just see one here or there that strikes my fancy, and I collect it. So I hope you enjoyed this look at Big Little books, and that you'll maybe you saw something that strikes your fancy that you'll want to collect. Till the next time, give us a thumbs up and a like, and we'll see you next time soon.